All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I just want to talk to you about a couple of pickups that I picked up over the weekend. Well, I didn't necessarily pick them up. I had them delivered from Best Buy because they had a sale. So I picked up 4 games, 3 games that I already played, and there's 1 game that I've never played before. So I'm going to get into it without further ado. Let's get into these new games that I picked up. Okay, so the first game I want to talk to y'all about is God of War 3 Remastered. This game right here is something special, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Pure masterpiece in my hands right now. The first game I picked up had to be God of War 3 Remastered. This is one of those special games that you have to have playing. I beat it before, but honestly, I don't never mind playing it again and again and again. The original God of War trilogy is completely different from the newer games that y'all know. Like, Daddy Kratos doesn't exist. Well, he does, but like in a different way. Like nothing but action, brutal content, combat crazy, like larger than life boss battles, just impeccable views and like graphic. I still remember playing through this game for the first time and being blown away by the opening sequence. Right from the start, you're climbing Mount Olympus on the back of a Titan. Ain't that crazy? And the game just keeps trying to outdo itself from there. Every boss fight feels massive and there's never really a dull moment. The combat is still one of my favorite parts of the game. Pulling off combos with the Blades of Exile, unlocking the new weapons, chaining the attacks together is just as satisfying now as it was back then, even though there was a different camera angle. The gameplay still holds up to this day, and the remastered version is the best way to play it. So don't sleep on this God of War 3 remaster if you never played it before. Second game that I picked up was Sackboy: A Big Adventure. This game caught me off guard because I thought it was a kiddie game, but it turned out to be such a great game, even for adults. So don't sleep on Sackboy: A Big Adventure if you think it's a kiddie game. It's not. Sackboy: A Big Adventure is another great game that I've already played, but it's one that I've always had a lot of fun with. Sometimes you just need a light-hearted platformer after playing a bunch of intense games, and Sackboy is perfect for that. Not stressful at all. The levels are incredibly creative, and I love how each world has its own personality. The soundtrack is another amazing standout, especially some of the music levels that are synchronized with the gameplay, which you'll notice because it's a sight to behold. Those were some of the favorite moments in the entire game for me, especially the costumes that they give you in the game, which are very amazing, and they are PlayStation theme. Some characters you will already recognize, such as Nathan Drake, Lara Croft, etc. It might look like an easy platform at first, but if you're someone who likes to complete everything, the difficulty definitely starts to ramp up. Some of the optional challenges and later levels really test your platforming skills, especially if you're trying to collect every Dreamer Orb and ace every level. I also really enjoyed how well the game works in co-op. I played with a friend and I've even played with my girlfriend. Whether you're playing with friends or going through everything solo, it's still a fun experience from the beginning to end. One thing I'm really happy about is that I actually managed to earn the platinum on this game. It was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. I'll be honest, it was not easy. There were a few challenges that pushed my patience to the limit, and I finally saw that platinum trophy pop. Man, it felt so amazing. I'm not going to spoil all the details here, though, because I think that journey deserves its own video. Wink, wink. So if you'd like to hear about what it took me to get the platinum trophy for that game, stay tuned to the channel because I'll be dropping a dedicated video all about that. Another game that I picked up was this right here. This is Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, Volume 1, Arcade Collection. You had to get this if you were a top tier fighting game collector. This game got some of a congruent of some of the best fighting games ever all on one disc. It even comes with a comic book, it says. So that's really cool. Me and my brothers, we played this game all the time. So this means something special to me, very nostalgic, something I hold dear to my heart. So I had to pick this up physically. Also because you need to have this when Sony is trying to get rid of all of our physical discs. I've played all of these games before, especially Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and it's just an awesome game to play. Like I said, I played it with my brothers before. We used to spend every quarter we had at the arcade playing this game, and it's just as fun to this day. It feels so good, like doing the ultimates, and you can see like the nostalgic specials being done that you used to see and you remember doing against your cousin or your brother back in the day. Like, it's just an awesome feeling to have. The roster is packed with iconic characters from both Marvel and Capcom, and the gameplay is incredibly fast paced. Even if you just mashing buttons and you don't really know how to play, you'll still be able to figure it out. But if you do know how to play, you can pull out some of the best combos you've ever seen in your life. Like, it's amazing. Great combat, great gameplay. I'm definitely gonna have to spend some time getting back used to it because I know I'm rusty and I know my brother gonna beat me if I try to play him. So I'm definitely not gonna set myself up like that right now. But I'm sure after I warm up a little bit, I'll be right back into the groove of things. But yeah, that's how fighting games go. You win some, you lose some, but it's fun. Last but not least, I got Metal Gear Solid Volume 1 Master Collection. This is a game that you guys are always ramping and raving about, telling me how good it is. I've seen nothing but memes on the internet for years. I really don't know. I'm sure I've played one of these games. I just don't know which game it was that I've played, so I can't even tell you how the story went so you can tell me which game I played. But I know I've played one of them. I'm eager to play it, eager to open my mind and see what's good about it, what's the Kojima magic about. I've heard nothing but Kojima this and Kojima that over the years. I've never been intrigued enough until now. You know, I've got the game for $20. I figured now or never, you know, see what it's about. So I'll let you guys know in a future video. Maybe we'll do some content on this. If you want some Metal Gear content from a person that never played Metal Gear Solid before, let me know in the comment section below.